Hi everyone, welcome back and thanks for joining me for the New Month, New Me Challenge training. I want to share a quote with you. Charles Swindoll said that we are all faced with a series of great opportunities that are brilliantly disguised as impossible situations. How true is that? We all go through periods of difficulty. We all have brief moments where we feel empty inside, where we don't know what the next step is. Usually, we refer to those times as bad times. However, these bad times might just be the time we need to awaken ourselves, find meaning, and grow within. In fact, the world's greatest innovations and transformations were inspired by these challenging times, or these bad times as we like to call them. Have you noticed that in one way or another, we are all involved somehow in helping people transform their challenges? We help them to meet a need. We help them answer a question. We help them to solve a problem. We help them to create a new vision. Because of our challenges, we help people. It doesn't matter what we do. Somehow, we are all involved in resolving challenges and making life better. Somehow, all over the world, people are always trying to make someone else's pain better because of what they have experienced. Think about it. All the technology that is created, people offering services, even selling food, everything is structured around a burden that someone experienced and wanted to make the burden less for the next person. What if the challenges we experience are actually designed to help us grow, to help us discover something new, or just help us to discover a different meaning in life and to be true to ourselves? Somehow, we all have this perception that life should only be good. However, how will we know what is good if we don't experience what is bad? You probably heard the story that I love to share about the gambler that died. When he reached his afterlife, he was surrounded with gambling machines, and each time he played, he won. That was a perfect day for him. He was super excited and thought this was heaven. After several hours, his excitement started to wear off, and that is when he noticed another man. He went over to the man and said to him, "Isn't this great? You cannot lose in this place. You keep winning." The man, who was there for several days, looked at him and said, "Who said it is great to just win all the time?" He looked down at his feet and he kept walking. I love this story. Would life be great if we had no challenges at all? Will we learn something new or grow if we had no challenges? What will drive us to move forward in life if everything was just easy? I don't know about you, but without challenges and a bit of stress, life will be so dull and nothing will drive us forward. However, I know while we experience a challenge or go through that valley, we might not feel so excited about our circumstances. How can we make the challenges that we undergo more meaningful? A question that bugged me. I found this great 3-step process in the book called The Values Factor, written by Dr. John DeMartini, that will help us to fear our challenges a bit less. Most of us tend to seek more ease than difficult, he says. After all, our minds are created to protect us from pain and to avoid pain. However, to think that life should only be easy is unrealistic if we look at it. At some point, everyone and everything on this earth experience some kind of pain. However, because of this expectation that we have that life should be easy or good, we are ungrateful when we experience challenges or some kind of rejection that in life that that the rejection that life so often offers to us. This is when we refer to those times as the bad times, and we had to go through those bad times. But what if we don't have to see it that way? What if we are a bit more realistic about life and also open ourselves to experience gratitude for these less desired times? Let's start with step 1. What is wrong with your life? The first step is to get clear about what we imagine to be difficult or challenging. It is what we perceive to be wrong with our lives. I want you to think back and list everything that you perceive to be out of order. List everything that was difficult. List everything that was painful. Start the process from the beginning of your memory of yourself. For example, I didn't have a father. I was teased about being ugly or fat. I was often picked last for a team. Then continue to your present day where you say, my children are a handful. I feel anxious. I feel unattractive. I don't have enough skills. I don't have enough money. Don't worry about being realistic. The goal is to identify the fears, the frustrations, identify difficulties and the lacks that you experience both consciously and unconsciously. Once you completed this list, rank it in order with 1 being the most important challenge, difficulty or pain, 2 being the second most important, and so on. In this order, identify the top 10 sources of the pain in your life. You are more than welcome to pause this video so that you can make your list. Let's go to step 2, the value of difficulty. Now that you have identified what you perceive to be challenging times or wrongs with your life, it is time to discover the benefits that have derived from those difficult challenges. This exercise will help you to explore the value of difficult challenges. Review your top 10 wrongs or pains that you wrote down in step 1. For each item, list at least 5 associated benefits. For example, I was criticized by my parents. The benefits might include: this initiated self-reflection and a discovery what was true. This created more independence. I became closer to my friends. I cleaned my room even if I felt like not doing it. This might help you to understand the role that you played in initiating that kind of response. This exercise will help us to find inspiration in those painful times where we thought we had no support and we felt that we were alone figuring out life. When I did this exercise, I could see how each experience changed me. Each experience shaped me, and each experience helped me to grow in the person I am today. I discovered that when we have a vision of the strong and successful person in the future, we have to go through certain pain to become this person. You cannot be a great athlete without enduring the pain of pushing yourself and forming your muscles. Just like an athlete, you have to reshape yourself to become that future person. So, instead of seeing a problem as a final defeat, I now begin to see it as a step on the way of something greater, a better version of me. Let's go to step 3, the final step. How challenges have affected our hierarchy or values in life. Challenges hold hidden inspirations that cause us to rethink our present circumstances or change our present circumstances. Let's explore these challenges that affected our lives and even affected our values. What new thought process did you discover? What have you changed in your life? How did you change your values because of those challenges? One of the difficult experiences I discovered about myself was that I learned a lot from the challenges I experienced as a teenager. I felt very lonely and felt that I had no support when I experienced difficulty. Doesn't matter what it was. No one understood my pain, and I felt so lonely without any support from my family, who was usually my parents and my siblings. That's teenagers for you. When I had my own children, it had a huge effect on me as being a parent because I wanted to be the best parent. I am tolerant of teenagers who are experiencing life differently. I have a better understanding of listening to them, to comfort them, and to support them. Yes, I became one of those mothers that will fight for my relationship for my girls. I will talk to them. I will cry with them even if it's 3 o'clock in the morning. And yes, I try to support and guide them wherever I can as long as it benefits them. So many people will tell me I'm so great with youngsters. I even had a few leaders at work complimenting me on my relationship with younger people and how I help them to develop. Looking back, I know it was because of my difficulty of not having the support or understanding as a teenager or a young adult. Today, I have the skill to be exactly that to others that I lacked in my life back then. Knowing this makes me excited to go through new challenges or times of difficulty where I know I am now formed to be someone different, a better version of who I was before, and a new way to find answers where I might be able to help someone in the future experiencing something similar. This is where I started falling in love with my challenges. I recently spoke to a lady that lost her son at a very young age, and it broke my heart. Her son had a rare disease and unfortunately did not make it through the treatment he received. Though there was a lot that she had learned, a lot of pain, a lot of things that she valued because of this experience, she only saw the real picture 20 years later when her boss experienced the exact same challenge with her son. Walking the same path as this woman, her boss appreciating the support and the prayers from her, who went through this difficult time 20 years ago. She now suddenly explained to me that she never knew her life or the pain she had could have so much impact on somebody else, and that she was able to help them. She was able to support this woman who had no answers, who had nobody. I'm not saying that this is like that for everyone. However, there is growth and learning in every difficulty. I know that while you are in the valley, struggling for life, you might not see the benefits, but looking at your past, know that you have survived everything before and know that you became stronger because of it. I hope that this helped you to have a new mindset for when you experience difficulty and find a bit more excitement and gratitude for your situation. I would like to thank you for listening to me. I hope when you experience challenges in the future, you will be that bit more excited to find what is the benefits. And I hope you have a wonderful month ahead. Thank you, and I will see you again next month. Bye for now.